is a presentation of Real Wise Productions and Komen Media Incorporated. Somebody's skipping out on an undisputed situation. Next on Mentality. Welcome to another installment and rendition of Mentality, the place where iron sharpens iron in the areas of entrepreneurship, love, mental health, wealth, and all other things from a man's perspective. I am one half of the team of this show called Johnson, and it's joined by always. I am joined by my co-host, the W, the I, the Z, the E, otherwise known as Wise El Jefe. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, brother. I cannot complain. It was a beautiful day, and now it started thunderstorming. So probably make it even hotter because it was like 80 something degrees. So
Yeah. Bill Cosby is in legal trouble yet again. And how is it, you may ask? Well, a former Playboy model alleged that Mr. Cosby drugged and sexually assaulted her. Stop me if you've heard this before. And another woman at his home 54 years ago. And she decided to sue him last week under a new California law that suspends the statute of limitations on sex abuse claims. Now, in a lawsuit, the 80-year-old woman says that she was an actress and singer back in 1969 when she met Cosby. The comedian and actor later approached her at a Los Angeles cafe where he spotted her crying over the recent drowning death of her then 6-year-old son. Now, he offered to pay for spa treatment for that actress and a friend, then sent the chauffeured car to pick the women up for dinner. And that evening at a steakhouse, Mr. Cosby slipped in the Mickey, allegedly. Now, the 85, almost 86-year-old, he'll be celebrating his 86th birthday next month, now has to deal with more legal trouble after getting out of his last set a few years prior. Now, my question to you, sir, is how will he survive these ongoing lawsuits and allegations?
oh man, I don't know. Listen, Bill doesn't got much more time left on this earth, so I don't know, man. It's like why it's crazy because now 50 years later, I'm saying this is he said she said. There's no proof, no evidence, none of that. There's no there's no drug samples, nothing. It's her word versus his. And I don't know, man. It's crazy because you never know. Because do I think he roofied all those women? I don't know, man. That was a different time. Everybody was doing drugs at that time. And then some of these women, I'm sure some of these women knew what they were getting into when they came to Bill's room. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, it's he said, she said. No one really knows because it's always going to be their word against his.
Hmm.
And you can say, and we've seen time and time again where women have lied on men. It's not like it's not nothing new.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
I'm not
That's
saying
true.
all of them lied. I'm just saying this.
Hmm. Yeah, there's probably been a few which have, and I'm sure there's some that haven't. And to me, even though probably 1969, you probably would not have known of his reputation then. I mean, he was still a new budding actor. I mean, he was on the comedy and Hollywood scene for probably, I would think, what, maybe what, 4 or 5 years, maybe six at the most by 1969. My thought is when he had the Cosby Show in the 1980s. Now I know people talk. I would think that by then, a woman were to come up to him, you would probably see somebody somewhere at some point would say, "I don't know about that guy. You shouldn't fool with him." By the time he did the Cosby Show, I would think that would be
That
something where you
repetition,
would
yeah,
run away from
it
because
would
that
have been something.
reputation runs. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been. I think that at that time in the '80s and stuff, they would have really seen the opportunity. Like, hey, listen, he's the hottest thing in America right now. He's America's dad right now,
Hmm.
and so
Yeah.
they probably thought that this isn't the time for us to get him because nobody's going to believe us. This is Bill Cosby.
Right. Ooh, Thor is getting a Hollywood Walk of Fame star. Well, the ceremony will take place later this week in Hollywood. And now you would know him for having such hits as Keep Your Head Up, Dear Mama, Brenda's Got a Baby, I Get Around, California Love, and How Do You Want It, among other songs. Now, the rapper turned actor, if he were to be alive today, would celebrate his 52nd birthday later this month, actually 2 weeks from when this is recorded. So, not this coming Friday, but next Friday. Now, my question to you, sir, is what are your favorite Tupac songs and why?
Ooh, ooh. I Get Around
That's hard.
is one of my favorite.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, no, as much as it hurts because he dissed my man Biggs in the song, hit him
I
up.
hit him up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is one of the most ruthless diss songs, diss tracks ever.
oh no, it's one of the most craziest. It's one of it's one of the illest songs.
Yeah. Hmm.
He went after everybody and their mama. So
Yeah, but I was like, he left scorched earth. I'm like, doggone, is
yeah,
there a
yeah,
rapper he didn't go after
he went after
and hit
everybody.
him up?
Yeah, it wasn't. So I got to give it. That was one of my favorite ones, man. I actually heard it today while I was painting the deck.
You heard hit him up? Oh man.
Yeah, yeah, because
I
I
can't
was
remember the
like,
last time I
because
heard that
when
song.
I put on a YouTube music and I put the
Hmm.
quintessential '90s hip hop, and that just happened to be one of the songs on there.
Hmm. Well, yeah. Well, many of those are my favorites. I mean, yeah. But the first time
Well,
I heard,
they played
I'll
of course they played California Love. They
California Love.
played
Right.
Brenda's Had a Baby. They
Right.
played Hit 'Em Up. They
Hmm.
played what the one That's the Way It Is. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, changes. Yeah.
changes. Yeah, changes.
Hmm. Yeah. That's one of my favorite songs from him. Changes. Just for the simple fact, I do love Tupac, and I'm a huge Bruce Hornsby and Arranged fan. So the fact that he used that sample, I was like, oh man, okay, I can dig that. Oh man, yeah, I will cop to this. When I first heard "I Get Around," I was getting on him because I was like, man, why would you have a song like "Keep Your Head Up," but then you talk like you're a hoe when I get around? But it took a little more maturity for me to realize he was stepping inside the shoes, probably even seeing some experiences too, and probably even relate a couple of his own experiences of that life on the road.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. So, but it took me probably maybe 4 or 5 years after his death for me to realize that's what he was trying to get at with "I Get Around." So So of course, then I came around and realized, wow, that is actually a brilliant song. I mean, the lyrics are brilliant. Now, I never thought of him as a great flow guy, but the pen, lethal. I'm moving out. Well, I'm not moving out, but that is what Billy Joel is saying because he's ending his Madison Square Garden residency after 10 years. Well, obviously, he started in 2014. The last of his residency will take place starting in October of this year, and it'll extend till next summer. My question to you, sir, since you are a native New Yorker, although he's from Long Island and you're from Brooklyn, what songs of this legend? What songs of this legend do you remember most?
Oh man, We Didn't Start the Fire was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Uptown Girl, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he's written so many. It's so many. It's like any song that comes on, any of his songs, you like. Even if you don't know the name of the song, you know the song. You're like you'll sing along with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good point.
But yeah, but the one We Wouldn't Start the Fire is one of the. I will always remember that video.
Yeah, same. I always remember that video too. And I think, and I'm sure you did too, I knew of his music before that song came out.
Yeah.
That was one of those songs, and definitely that video where I had to pay attention to say, oh, I want to hear what he did before now. And before then. And then would have been 1989. What did he do before then? And of course, then he had a catalog that extended itself 16 years until then. Wonderful musician, great songwriter, really good singer. He downs his voice, and I wish he didn't. He has a really good voice. Even now at 670, 74. The guy's wonderful. We're just getting started. Mentality will return.
You have to learn to live with yourself before you can make a commitment of yourself to someone else.
When you go to something that's already structured, like the church, I don't need to go in there thinking I'm the pastor. It's like already one set up, you know what I'm saying?
It just had everything, but I learned, you know what I'm saying? Everything I did, I learned from.
So we look forward to seeing you same time, same place. Know that we love you, God loves you more. Continue to stay safe, do the right thing, stay out of trouble.
Conversation that informs a community. Brothers of Legacy. Every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meat of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central. Welcome back to Mentality, where men are men, and you should celebrate that. With YSL Jefe, I'm Cole Johnson, and we now turn our attention to that 70s show actor who seemed to get in a lot of trouble in the Church of Scientology, and now he's about to do time. Who, what, and why? Well, welcome to Celebrity Style. Well, that 70s show actor Danny Masterson was found guilty by a jury of 2 counts of rape last week in a retrial in Los Angeles. And the actor now will face up to 30 years in prison for doing so. Now, what makes this really interesting is that I did say the word retrial because when the jury was up to give the verdict back in November of 2022, it was deadlocked, and that trial was pronounced a mistrial. Now, how did we get here? Well, we got here by him being charged with 3 counts of rape by 3 different women, all who are tied to the Church of Scientology. And Masterson is also a member of that. And he pled not guilty in all 3 of those counts. Now, a long-term girlfriend was one of those claims, and she claimed that Masterson raped her back in 2001. Another claim that she was raped by the actor in 2003. And a third claimed she also was raped in 2003 after texting her to come to his house. Now, police revealed why they were investigating Masterson back in 2017, and then accusations that Masterson stalked women that he allegedly raped or assaulted rose 4 years ago, I'm sorry, before the actor was arrested in 2020. Now, of course, this arraignment was postponed multiple times amid the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. I will start the questions off this way. Why do you believe the jury had a hard time convicting him the first time, leading to a mistrial?
I don't know. I didn't really follow the trial. I really don't. It's crazy, man. You would think that someone of his stature, I just don't. It really it trips me out when these celebrities, these actors that I'm sure women throw themselves at them, that they find the need to rape women. I don't understand. And Hyde was one of my favorite characters on that 70s show. He was one of the coolest ones on there. And so it's sad to see that someone who had a promising career, because it got resurrected with him and Ashton Kutcher started that show, The Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
And when the charges came out, they had to drop him.
Right.
He missed the reboot of that the 70s show, but they made it the 90s show. So it's tough, man. It's tough to see someone throw their life away. Again, it's he said, she said. I don't know what kind of proof or whatever they have, but it's another case of you're guilty until proven innocent.
You're sounding like you sound like a conversation that I had in a group chat we are involved in, because that's exactly what I said about another case. Guilty until proven innocent. Yep, that's exactly what I said. And I can see that being somewhat similar to this one. Not quite, but yeah. But it does make you want to ask this, though. Why does this case show that it's difficult to imprison even well-known celebrities, even such as Masterson?
I don't know. It's because I don't know if if I was a juror, I don't know how I would look at it. I would probably be one like, why is this dude raping women? Or like he's a Hollywood star. Why would he sink to these levels? But we don't know the mind of other people. We don't know what other people think. We don't know how other people act. And if he did it, then he should serve the time. And obviously, he was found guilty by a group of his peers. So I can't.
Yeah.
Ain't much to say. I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry. He's. I don't know, man. It's crazy. I'm telling you, man. It blows my mind still to this day. Like, I can't see myself raping a woman. Like, if she says no, I'm out. I'm out. I move on.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
So
No
I guess
need.
I could maybe because he felt like he was a celebrity or he was a star, that them saying no was crazy. Like, he like, no, how do you say no to me? I don't. It's just sad, man. It's sad.
Yeah. I probably couldn't agree with you more on that. All right. So he's married to fellow actor or actress Bijou Phillips. Not saying to put yourself in a woman's position, but just in a familial position. So if you were a family member of Masterson's, what would you tell him?
Keep fighting if you truly are innocent. He claims he was innocent, so then appeal. That's all I can say. Is appeal it. We'll continue to fight. We'll continue to fight till we can't exhaust any more options. That's just me. If I'm truly innocent, I'm fighting to the end.
Well, yeah, that totally, yeah. If you're not guilty or innocent of whatever charges that are being brought up to you, yeah. If you are, yeah, you should fight. You totally should fight. No question. No question. Yeah, but I do feel for him. Although I'm with you. Forcing my will against
someone else,
someone else, yeah, and especially, especially, and you totally understand this, especially women, man. I mean, I'm like, I find strangers that are women gorgeous, and I wouldn't want to fool with them in that way. And it's like, man, you're so beautiful. I just want to preserve that beauty, and I just can't see how you have men who don't want to do that. And it boggles my mind too.
No, it really does. It's crazy that someone of his stature needed to do the things that he did.
Yeah.
If he did. I'm saying that he was found guilty, but we don't really know. Again, it's been proven in the past that men have been accused of things and come back to it not being true.
Yeah.
But again,
convicted even.
but again, you're guilty until proven innocent, and that's crazy because you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the opposite way around. Yeah,
but that's not how it happens. You're guilty. Everybody's assuming you did it. Same thing with Jonathan Majors. Everybody assumed he beat on his girlfriend, and this man nearly lost his career, lost some sponsors, lost some roles.
Yeah.
Because she lied on him. So it's not like women have not lied on men before. It has happened. So if he's saying he's innocent, keep fighting then.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. So the Church of Scientology played a huge role in this too, because they wanted to put the kibosh on the women actually filing charges against him. Now, why would a church, and I don't care what type of religion you're talking about, why would a church allegedly...
It's a cult. It's a cult.
Oh, well, okay. I know the Church of Scientology is a cult. I try not to say that, but...
I know. But I will say it. I will say it because they do cultish. It's not.
It's true. They do.
I'm saying it's not like they act like any other church. The that they do is some cult.
You ain't lying, man. Ooh. in 2 and 2.
This is all docked up.
Chris. Listen, I gotta go to work, Jay. I cannot take a shot every time we say enemies. Very jealous. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. BJ.
So he flies her out. She says, "Thank you. That was very kind of you." Like, Pernilla's not starstruck. She was like, "Yeah, you ought to if you want me to come." I wasn't gonna put the bill.
Heroes.
He literally threatened her. His message says, "I see you blocking me on WhatsApp. I don't know why, but this is not gonna turn out good for you. Because I blocked you on WhatsApp? You threatened me and my mama?"
There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Dog, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome back to Mentality, the show that's created for all men. With Wise El Jefe, I am Cole Johnson. And now it is time to talk about Club Shay Shay. But more importantly, the relationship he's had with his soon-to-be former partner on Undisputed. And we're going to talk about that in Brotherhood Goals. Now, the Pro Football Hall of Fame tight end, Shannon Sharpe, he decided to part ways with Skip Bayless, with FS1 or Fox Sports 1, and the show Skip and Shannon Undisputed. And he's expected to depart later this month following the conclusion of the NBA Finals. Now, his departure comes after tensions between him and his co-host or co-star or co-commentator, however you want to call it, Skip Bayless. It spilled from off-air to on-air this past January following the controversial tweet that Bayless put on Twitter about Damar Hamlin when he went to cardiac arrest during the last Monday Night Football game of the 2022 season, the first Monday in January. I'll start by asking this. Why would a difference of opinion between colleagues allow such a rift to happen?
Because Skip them out. He Shannon out.
Yeah.
Let's not come on. Let's not forget the Tom Brady situation where he just flatly disrespected Shannon Sharpe. Someone who's not a dude that's never played football in his life.
Never played it down. In any level. Never played it down.
And disrespected a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Riding another man's joystick. Because he was riding Tom Brady hard.
Yeah, I don't think he loved another athlete more. Still, only to this day, he's loved another athlete more than Tom Brady.
Like, he really fully disrespected Shannon Sharpe by comparing him to a quarterback.
What did he?
Saying that he was better than him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When it was mentioned that he has 3 Super Bowl rings, Shannon. Yes. And then Skip countered by saying, well, okay, Tom Brady has 7. and then later on said that you are jealous of him. And I'm thinking to myself, Shannon, jealous of Tom Brady? Why?
Why?
Because
Why? This is the man who has a Hall of Fame career, 3 Super Bowl rings, one of the greatest tight ends to ever play the game.
One of the greatest tight ends ever.
Why would he be jealous, Skip? Why? Maybe you're jealous. See.
Oh man.
Personally, I think Skip was getting jealous of the fact that Shannon was overlapping. It was going over. Shannon is up here, and Skip is right here. Shannon is up here because it used to be Skip was up here and Shannon was down here. Now Shannon is up here, and Skip is down here.
So you're alleging that you think that Skip Bayless
is jealous.
Is
Skip
jealous
is jealous of the
Shannon's
fact
spotlight. Oh, man.
that Shannon is getting all the spotlight, that he is getting all the shine, that he is the man. Because Skip is no longer the man. Skip would think wearing his Jordans and his little chain that he think he's dripless and like.
Oh no, not Drip Bayless. Oh my,
dripless, not driplet, not drip. It's dripless.
I get why you're saying that. Yeah. I'm just saying the nickname is Drip Bayless, although you're calling him Dripless.
Bayless. No, it's not.
I get that.
He's not drip. He's not drip. Let's get that straight. He's not. There's nothing drip about Skip. Nothing. There's nothing Skip could do that's gonna make him drip.
Man, the first time I heard that, I was like, who pinned that on him? That is such a wrong.
He probably gave himself that name.
I was like,
because I don't know anybody in their right mind that would give him that name, Drip Bayless. Nah, buddy.
What type of drip? What type of drip does your personality exude? I'm like, oh my gosh,
what kind of drip?
All right,
some toxic gooey because ain't nothing's fly about Skip. Ain't nothing fly about Skip.
I was trying not to go there, but I figured
I'll go there for you. Don't worry. I'll go there for you. That's what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for, to put the target on my. So dripless.
Oh Lord.
Now don't worry. Now you get your shine back. You'll find another sucker to come on and you can debate them and still be dripless.
Is this a move that's a positive or negative for Shannon, and why is it? Whichever you decide to say, which I think I already know. Yeah,
it's a positive because now you go independent. You go on YouTube, and that money going to you. It's not going to FS1, and they ain't splitting with them.
Right?
It's coming to you. You own the content. That's your content now. Welcome to the world of independence, brother.
Looking at Dripless and his tweet back in January. If this is a brother, or if this is a brother in arms, why be that stubborn?
Because he's listen, he is ego driven. It's point blank. He is ego driven. It's with him. It's all about ego, and it doesn't matter. There's a thin line between free speech and media and reporting the news and all this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you saying classless comments like that, where I understand it's your opinion, you can say what you want to say, but this is a young man that almost lost his life, and you're more worried about a game continuing or other games being played. And we got another nominee to moron of the year in Dripless. That brought me back. That reminded me of this moron, and he should be a nominee for moron of the year. It's because it was a stupid tweet. And what was even much more dumb was the fact that he refused to take it down.
And still hasn't.
And he doesn't see the wrong in what he tweeted.
And he still hasn't taken it down.
And that's just goes to show you how much of an egomaniac he is. How egotistical he is, that the planet sports world revolves around his dumb ass. He's trash. Trash. Whatever the we play on Snowman, that's what he is, man. He is just.
How can a reconciliation occur or exist or take place?
There's no
Shannon.
Hell no. No, listen, son.
You won't even let the question come out of me.
Oh no, because I would have punched him in the face. Personally, Shannon should have punched him in the face.
Later, we will have thoughts from the throne. This is Mentality. The Mocha Minutes Podcast, a black person safe space. Well, I'll let Stephanie talk about it further.
You would be a Michael Jai White. I'm sorry. No. I like him. He's so pretty when he don't talk. Would Will Smith, if this was a white comedian, would he went up and slapped him? Would y'all have a problem with it if it was a white comedian doing this? People who say water or wash, I'm like, how did wash get an R in it? Stand up! I don't know why 5 Heartbeats just popped in my head. Stand up!
From entertainment to society and culture, that comprises of the Mocha Minutes Podcast, hosted by Stephanie. Are you looking for something to do on your lunch break? Well, there's a show on the BS3 network that has only 4 words to say to you.
We ready. We ready. We ready for y'all. We ready. We ready.
The Lunch Break with AJ, powered by JM&E. Live weekdays at noon Central. Welcome back to Mentality, where it is the ultimate masculine safe space. With Wise El Jefe, I'm Cole Johnson. And now I get to feed Wise some meat. What do I mean? Well, welcome to Something to Ponder.
I forgot to say pause on that where you said feeding me meat, because that just didn't sound right. Pause on that. Pause on that. I ain't want to be like my man Cam Thomas and be the
that's that. Season's over. Got blown out in home, game 7. Stars didn't come out to play. Jaylen Brown literally getting the ball stolen every time he touches it. Can't stop Caleb Martin. I got a 104 fever. People probably going to blame it on me not going to the game. But here's the thing. As my abdomen hurts, can't eat, just sweating. Kind of reminds me like, yeah, sports are great, but without your health, you get nothing. Like, I'm on the verge of dying, so, like, what's more important, really? Sports or being dead? Like, dead.
And now I turn the floor over to you. What is there to gain from posting a video while supposedly under a fever?
First of all, I don't wish anyone death.
No,
I don't wish anyone death.
I don't either.
But I might make an exception for Dave Portnoy's. Dave Portnoy. I could give 2 if he was home throwing up, vomiting. I could give 2. The first nominee for moron of the year, it was Dave Portnoy, because he is a classless piece of. So I'm glad you got a virus, whatever the you got. Hope you're up chunks, whatever it is. Because Dave Portnoy, I don't give a about the fact that you were sick, that you didn't get to see your beloved Celtics get their handed to them. Couldn't happen to a better team. Do I care about you being sick? Oh, they're gonna blame me because I wasn't at the court. Man, you being at courtside. Don't nobody care. Your team got sent home. Good for them. I didn't want to see you for the rest of the playoffs anyway. I'd rather see the beautiful people of Miami.
Oh my gosh. I swear when I saw that video, I was like, oh, I got to have Wise feast his eyes on this.
I'm gonna die. Do you choose sports or death? Please, man. Like, you didn't look like you was dying. Oh, prima donna piece of.
Okay, so he attended Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals and sat courtside. How laughable do you actually find it that he is narcissistically considering himself some sort of Celtics lucky charm?
Where the was the luck in Game 1? Or Game 2? Or Game 3? So how lucky was he if the first 2 games in Boston they lost? Dave Portnoy. I hope you have endless diarrhea.
Oh my gosh, no.
And I hope it's coming out your and your mouth, because you are a real piece of work. And I hope you're not feeling better. Really do. I really do. Like, you have really reached the point of where I really don't like you, because you are a piece of and I'm a grown man. I'm saying this to another grown man. That's the difference between me and you, Dave Portnoy. That I'm a grown man saying this to another grown man, not a girl, not a 20-year-old young lady who had just won the national title. I'm saying this to another grown man. You are a piece of and no one missed you at courtside. And I'm glad we won't be seeing you at courtside for the rest of these playoffs. And again, I hope you have diarrhea of the mouth and the again. So enjoy your nomination for Moron of the Year once again, because you are the #1 nominee. And Yeah. You and Boston.
You hope he has diarrhea of the mouth and behind. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. Okay. So if you thought seeing that video and hearing what he had to say was bad enough,
there's more.
On top of the video was the following chatter. Quote, "No mean comments because I don't feel good." Why did he roll out the red carpet by typing in the chatter those words above the video?
No mean what?
No mean comments because I don't feel good.
Man, fucking you, Dave Portnoy. I don't know what mean. Man, I got some mean comments for your dumb ass. Like, seriously, man. Like, you a joke. You was a joke. You and Barstool. And like I said, man, I've said before, if I was Shaq that day, I would have said so much worse things about your mama, but I'm gonna leave her out of this. I'm gonna attack you because you are the classless piece of that really deserves all the ear that I'm about to give to, because you really are that narcissistic that you think that you are the Celtics' good luck charm. Well, thank God he gave you whatever it was that he gave you, because even though I didn't watch this series because I knew Boston was going to lose anyway. This all started early last year, man. This started last year when they fired Ime Udoka over for sliding the deed to one of the owners' girls or wives, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then putting them on blast, and that just showed you what kind of organization that was, that they're gonna disgrace this coach and embarrass his family, but yet the other person involved in the situation was not mentioned.
Hands washed clean. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing happened. They weren't involved. He himself. So yeah. So Boston, they've never had my respect anyway. So yeah,
I was about to say,
just
you
show
can't
what kind
say
of
they lost your
organization.
respect.
So listen, so it just shows you what kind of people follow the Celtics. Look at Dave Portnoy. Like, the ownership is a prime example of, like, you got a piece of following a piece of like, so it's all good. That's what it is.
Oh my gosh. I knew this was gold when I came upon it. Man, this is great. Okay. Let me ask a serious question here. All right. For Dave Portnoy's self-importance, even in sickness, you say what?
I haven't thought about Dave Portnoy since I nominated for Moron of the Year. And the fact that this moron really felt the need to put a video out that he's sick. Oh, I'm dying. Then kick the bucket already. Okay? Like, seriously, man. Like, nobody gives a
And now, thoughts from the throne.
my thoughts from the throne today. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice today. But yeah, listen, man, this oh, I don't really know. I don't really know what to say. It's big shout outs to Shannon Sharpe, man. I'm so proud of you, man, for really leaving Skip alone, like just going your own separate ways and doing your thing because you have surpassed him. You're bigger than him now, so I'm glad that you get to keep Club Shay Shay and you're independent now, and more power to you, brother. Congratulations. It's always good to see another brother advance, actually leave a situation and it actually benefits them. So I'm just excited for you, brother. Just like I said, I'm not a big fan, but I do respect what you do. I do respect the work that you put in. You inspire people like us to work hard because you came from humble beginnings, and to come from where you came from to where you're at now, a 3-time Super Bowl champ, a Hall of Famer, a media guy, and now becoming a media mogul. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep inspiring brothers and sisters to strive for greatness. And congratulations, man. I'm proud of what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan. Some of the things I don't agree with, but you're doing your thing, so I can't knock that.
Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all you're getting, get understanding. Now, that happens to be in the Bible. In fact, Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7, that's where you will find those set of words. Now, why am I saying it to you now? Well, I'm saying it to you because I encountered an event of my own doing where I had to basically learn that, oh, wait a minute. Even in my new role, I don't know everything there is. And sometimes in getting to know something better, you have to immerse yourself in it. Well, I got the chance to immerse myself in what my charges do, what my staff does, so that I now have a better understanding of what tasks I am leading them in doing. Because I submitted myself to the understanding that I don't know everything. And neither do you. You don't know everything, and be happy with that. I'm not saying continue to be happy and not get to learn, but you have to give yourself a learning curve and understand that since you don't know it all, you got to try to know something other than what you know now. You'll be better because you did it. Just like I am. Because right now I am a better leader because I know what my staff is doing now. And those, besides my ears now being hurting, on thoughts from the throne.
My bad.
Do you have anything for the people, sir, before we sign off?
Oh man, let's see. I am going to go on my rant of famous Bostonians and telling them to go to themselves.
Of course.
So
Of course.
let's start with Paul Revere. You, Paul Revere.
Paul Revere?
Yeah, Paul Revere. Paul Revere.
You were ruthless wise. Wow.
Yes, Paul Revere. Casey Affleck. I already said Ben, so fuck you, Casey Affleck.
You going after his brother? Oh my
Same,
God.
yeah, going after him too.
My gosh.
Yes. John Krasinski, I love you as an actor, but you too.
He's a bomb actor. Oh wow.
I didn't say he wasn't. I said I enjoyed his act. I enjoyed him as an actor, but he is a Bostonian, so him. Former New York City police chief and LA police chief William Bratton. You. Yes, William Bratton. Yeah, there's so many. I'm gonna give 2 more names, and then I'll just save some for next week. Gina Davis, I love you. You was great in Beetlejuice. I love you in Beetlejuice, but you too. Clark Gregg, another actor. Definitely you. Even though I do enjoy doing the X-Men movies. I'm not X-Men movie in the Marvel movies, so
I'm still tripping off of Mark Wahlberg, but you said Marky
Oh,
Mark.
you mean the entire Funky Bunch?
Yes.
Yeah. The entire Funky Bunch. Yes. I said that last week. I did.
Oh my gosh.
And
well,
Mr. Ryan McCarthy, Ryan McCarthy, aka Ryan McCarthy, he loved that.
Yes, he did. He loved that. He loved that. If you're from Boston or if you're not, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for hitting that notification bell for whenever you see this or any other show from wherever you might see this particular program, whether on the Comey Media Incorporated YouTube channel or the Real Wise TV YouTube channel or any others that you will see pop up. You will get, when this show emanates, you'll get a chance to be the first to see it. And we totally appreciate all the support that is growing by leaps and bounds every single episode. And that concludes this episode of Mentality. We thank you for joining us as always. And also, as always, in parting, we'll say the same thing as we always do. Our secret technique is that we always speak with mentality. See you next week.
That's 100.